Hey everyone, it's Matt with the 95s. I want to take this time to make this video. This is kind of last minute, not really scripted at all, but I want to share with you all what has happened with us recently and what's been going on, and I kind of want to tell you the story in this kind of just straight to straight format, so you can just hear everything that's going on with us. To be honest, we've had a pretty rough week. The weekend was not so hot for us. We were supposed to play a show in the Monrovia area at the Mayan Bar and Grill, and unfortunately on Saturday we had to cancel it. And there was a series of events that led up to that, and so I want to take this time to first say thanks for your patience, second to share what's been going on, and third to be able to ask you guys just for some support and if you'd be able to maybe help us out in a bit. So here's everything that's been happening with us. Basically on Friday, we were asked to come and record kind of this acoustic track in this space in Bakersfield called the Woolworth Diner. It's kind of an old town, downtown diner feel, and the diner's in the process of being renovated. They have multiple stories, and on the third story they had this big open recording space, and they had set up a bunch of room mics and kind of this nice video setup to have different artists come in, and we were one of the artists that were asked to come in. At the same time, we knew that we had the show on Saturday, so I had packed up most of my gear and I had rolled up to Bakersfield about Friday midday, and we loaded in for the recording. The recording went great and everything was fine, and then after that we had just spent some time hanging out, doing some shopping, and connected at a nearby Starbucks. Our lead guitar player, JD, he had a little trio, jazz, R&B, bluesy kind of event that night at the Bako market. And for me, I was just getting ready to prep for the next day. So I had hung with him and the rest of the band as we played through a set that night. We had finished playing at the Bako market around probably around 8:30, 8:45 by the time we got everything done. Started to pack up, and us and some friends decided to all meet up at a Chili's nearby. We had gotten to the Chili's pretty late, and we all had a nice dinner together, and then we all parted our ways. Me being down here from the LA area, I was going to stay the night up there, and I stayed at JD's place. So we had gotten around in his resident area probably around midnight. We had taken some of our backpacks and my toiletries, and I had grabbed my guitar out of the car. And then we headed inside, and we just kind of had like a little loungy night, and all of us went to bed. We thought it was going to be a normal night. It was not. The next morning, I had woken up to the news asking if I had left my trunk open. I did not, for sure. And I had walked outside with JD and Nathan to find that my car had been broken into overnight. Almost all of our stuff was gone. Upon further looking, we noticed that basically everything except these stands behind me and a couple other just miscellaneous power cords and other items, all our equipment was stolen. I was thankful that I was at least able to have our backpacks and my guitar that I had taken out of the car, otherwise that would have been gone as well. Immediately after that, I had called the Bakersfield Police Department to file a report saying that my car had been broken into and that stuff was stolen. And unfortunately, they had just given me a text message saying that they would call me later. Immediately began to look around the neighborhood houses and tried to get any surveillance footage that I could and ask around to see if the neighbors saw anything. Not much evidence was really able to be found, and no one had specifically reported anything. So basically, there's not much lead that we can go on now. I had stayed in Bakersfield for a majority of the day trying to get a hold of the police department, and had even gone directly down to the station in the afternoon. Unfortunately, because it is over the weekend, the lobby was closed, and even trying to get in the back area by the vehicle lot, I wasn't able to get the attention of anybody. So to wrap the trip up, I began to leave the city completely empty-handed, knowing that thousands and thousands of dollars of my hard-earned gear was left behind in someone else's hands who did not deserve it. It was a long ride home. Talked to some of my friends and my family about what was going on and what the next best steps are. Throughout the day, we had canceled our gig, and we had called some of the other venues that we have upcoming shows at to let them know that we will not be able to play there. When I had gotten home, I did get in contact with local law enforcement, who was able to provide some additional assistance, as we noticed that there had been some additional tampering to my vehicle that I had not originally noticed in the morning. So hopefully those leads can at least provide us with something that we were able to do, and I'm thankful for their help, even though it was something that occurred outside their city. So in the coming days, I'm recording this on Sunday night, so about a little bit more than a day and a half after it had happened. We have kind of itemized everything that has been stolen, and unfortunately about $19,000 in gear is gone. We don't know if we will ever see that again, and we have done our best to send out this information to pawn shops, guitar centers, music stores, Facebook groups, Craigslist ads, and more to spread the word. If you're interested in seeing what kind of gear they had stolen, I included a link down in the video description. We appreciate you looking out for any of that stuff, and most of it is pretty specific to us, so it would be very obvious if it was ours versus someone else. At this time, we don't foresee ourselves playing any upcoming shows for the time being. We have canceled most of our recent events. I think we just need this time to kind of recoup as much as we can. Basically not having any gear means that I am basically musically immobile for this time being. What few studio stuff I still have here in our room, I'll be able to try to work on some projects and maybe get some writing done in this time. For us, we appreciate your support, and a lot of people have messaged us saying that they would be on the lookout. We have set up a GoFundMe for anyone looking to further support us, to try to get us back on our feet and at least in a position that we are able to play and perform for you guys. Music is our passion, and it's also a big source of income for us. So this is a massive, unfortunate hit. So I included the link in the description below for our GoFundMe page. Anything you can donate is extremely appreciated from myself and all of the band. We really are thankful for whatever you can do. There's not much more that I really have to say. Not much more we can really do at this time, but just really try to stay optimistic and positive. We're being as proactive as we can. And I don't really have too much more, but I love you guys, and we really thank you for all the support. We'll be updating you as much as we can. So everybody stay safe out there. Thank you for the support. Feel free to donate if you're able to. and we'll keep you guys updated. So from myself and the rest of the group, we hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Take care, guys.